G'day guys, welcome back. I have the day off work today, so guess what I'm doing? Pouring. So I did this pour last week, I think, or week before, in purples and pink and turquoise, and I really liked that. I was really happy with the way it came out. Lovely cells here. I don't think I videoed it for you, so I'm going to do one in the same colours today, and I'm going to video that. And I'm also changing things up a little bit today. I've changed what I've put in my pouring medium just to see what difference it makes. So I mix it up and I put it into this milk bottle. So I've got 3 parts floetrol, 2 parts PVA and 1 part pouring medium. The pouring medium I'm trying today is the Vallejo pouring medium. It's really thin, almost like water, so I haven't added any water to this pouring medium. And I've also changed the brand of glue, so we'll see if that makes any difference at all today. The mix does seem to be a little bit thinner than what I would normally use. Leaves a tiny little trace, a little tiny mound on top. I would normally pour it a little bit thicker than that, but we'll see what happens. Alright, and for cells I'm using the treadmill silicone today. So this is a 30 by 40 centimetre thick card, 12 by 16 inch. I've got 90 grams of pouring medium to 30 grams of paint, so that's 120 grams. And I do 1 drop per 30 grams or per ounce, so we're getting 4 drops in each. Hopefully it won't be too much. With the new pouring medium and a slightly thinner mix, I'm likely to get more cells and bigger cells with this mix. That's what I'm anticipating anyway, so let's see if I'm right. I have been known to be wrong. Right, I'm not going to put any in the white, and I'm just going to stir that just once around, just like that. Treadmill silicone is really quite thin, so I don't want to over mix it. Now, what order will I do? I'll go white, and then navy, and then pink, and then purple, and then blue. How's that? Might do that. Get them in order. All right. I probably have enough to do only 2 layers of each, unless I do them really small. Might have enough for 3. Not sure how this is going to pour in. That seems to be all right. I thought maybe it would just all drop through. Seems to be okay. Yep, that's looking good. Nice consistency actually. I thought maybe it would just all fall through. So far so good. It's really creamy and velvety this time round, this mix. Much creamier than my last one. We'll see how it pours, whether there's any difference. And I'm using these large cups only because I like the wide mouth on them, so when I tip them over I get a large covering straight away of paint on my board, rather than the small cups which have a smaller mouth, which means I have a smaller covering of paint. So that's why I'm doing the bigger one. Might have enough for 3 layers actually. Change this layer up a little bit. Do the purple next. The layers don't have to be exactly the same. Change it round a little bit. We'll do the green next. Changing it around is going to give you different colour cells. and then the blue, and then the pink. And of course blue and pink together are going to make purple. And I'm going to put some navy on the pink because I like navy and pink together. They make really pretty cells. Finish that off. Try not to take too much time with my layering. I know it's a bit boring for some people to watch me layer paint, but it's not a very big work surface today, so it shouldn't take me too long. And you can always fast forward. I'm really liking this pouring medium. It feels really good. Normally if I'd have such a thin mix, it would just all sink to the bottom, but it's not. It's staying on top, which is lovely to see. Blue next. Once I flip the cups over and they're sitting for a couple of minutes, I'll tell you about the colours I'm using. And I've started mixing my own colours as well. I'm finding I'm not getting the colours that I really want from the stores. So I'm mixing my own. This is one of my own, this pink one. I did get inspiration for this colour by one of the global colours, but that's it there. It's mulberry purple, but it's a limited colour and they don't sell it anymore. So I've had to make my own. I hope with 3 layers of each colour it's not going to be muddy, that's the only thing, but we'll see. Again, we'll see what happens. Purple's quite a strong colour, it tends to take over. Okay, finish off with the green. It's sitting nicely on top, isn't it? It's not sinking down, so I'm very impressed with that, I must say. Love this turquoise colour. Okay, wipe my hands, move my cups. Very pretty looking cups. Another thing with using these big cups, it's not too full, so I don't waste too much when I flip them over. Okay, colours. Navy blue, that one I mixed myself. It's also inspired by a Global's Deep Space. Can't buy that one anymore, so I mixed my own. And then we have the next blue. That's, again, mix my own. Global, I find, don't really have a nice mid blue. They have what's called cool blue, but I find it throws quite a bit of purple. So that's my blue. I have to come up with names, won't I? And that's the pinky colour that I've used. I just reuse these same bottles, mix them up my own paint and put them in there. This is purple, just purple, and white and turquoise. No change to those, purple, white and turquoise. Like those colours, so they've stayed the same. Okay. I've got my torch ready if I need it. I don't know if I'm going to need it yet. We'll see what happens. This is so exciting. I love using new pouring mediums to see what's going to happen. Hopefully I'm not going to be disappointed. Fingers crossed. All right, here we go. And I'm not going to bring back up the top. I'm just going to drag down. Hopefully. There we go. It's thicker than I expected. I was expecting it just to run out being so thin. I'll have to drag the next one a little bit faster. Just help it get some coverage there. Okay, loving those colours. Gorgeous. I'll tip most of this off down here, like I did with that one. Okay, let's torch. That's enough. Lots of caterpillars with the new mix. Little caterpillars. It's funny, some pouring mediums do that and then others don't. Lots of caterpillars. But the cells are really pretty. I'll have to work out a way of tipping my cup so that I don't end up with these on the bottom that I'm going to tip off anyway. All right, let's get to tilting and stretch this out, hey? We'll go this side first because we've almost got that covered. It's moving nicely. Off to that corner there. See, I can move that around really nicely. It's always a trick to get to that corner without bending your curves too much. I'll take it down this way first and then up. Doesn't really matter, it's going to go that way regardless of when you do it. I think that worked quite well. Turn it around. Whoops, just put my finger in it. Off to this corner down here. Get all those yucky bits off that I didn't like down the bottom. Okay, wow, those are pretty amazing cells, aren't they? Don't even know if I want to torch. Maybe just this little bit here. Just going to run my finger underneath just to get that paint off the side of my card. Okay. Well, that flowed really well. I was happy with the flow. I'll just have to think about the cells, how they were. I think they were really nice. They are different, that's for sure. All right, I'm going to give it a bit of a torch. Popping any bubbles, because it's got glue in it, you really need to pop your bubbles, because when the glue dries, if it's got any bubbles in it, it'll leave little pit holes. And you don't want that, so you have to make sure that you've popped all your bubbles. heat really well. The cells aren't melting, which is good to see. I'll leave that like that. I don't want cells everywhere. I do want some background colour. So there's a couple of areas that I'm not that happy with. This bit here looks a little bit blurry, muddy. And I have got lots of caterpillars, which, as I said, I don't get with my other medium. So that might be the new pouring medium that's doing that, the Vallejo. If you've used a Vallejo a lot, it's pretty new to Australia, but if you've used a lot, if you're in the States, if you get caterpillars from it, let me know. It'd be interesting. Be interested to know whether it's the Vallejo that's doing that or if it's my new glue mix that's doing that. But hey, caterpillars are cute, hey? A lot of people like the caterpillars. And I do have a few there. And I've got these pretty lines that are going through. Look at that. The linear shape's really well defined there. All right, I'm going to take you in for a close-up. Take my gloves off and then I can show you my previous one. You can see if there's any difference between the two. That's it there. This one, the mix was a bit thicker, I think, and I had these long areas here that I didn't really like. So it's got a lot of blurring. This here, this hasn't worked very well. Here is beautiful, but then I've got these blurry bits here again. So I've got lots of blurry areas, as you can see, here, which the cells haven't really developed that well. But the cells have developed better on here. I haven't got much in the way of blurriness, just that one section there, really. So, what do you think? Okay, I'll take you in for a close-up. Let's move my tripod over a little bit. Get that into frame a bit better. It's not easy zooming in on a phone. Okay, I think that's about it. Oops. Sorry, you're not getting motion sick, are you? Moving. Right, I'll leave it there. Now my next video that I'm doing, and I'll do it later on today once I've cleaned this mess up, is varnishing. I'm going to do a varnish for you. Alright, so that's the previous one. And that's the new one. Any difference? What do you prefer? I'm kind of thinking this one, except for these blurry bits. Hard to say. It will need more experimentation. Okay, so that's it for me for now. I will be back with my varnishing video and I'll see you then. Bye for now.